Next time that you're on social media, which by definition pretty much is right now since you're watching this video, have a look at 10 of your friends and see what their friend count is and compare it with your friend count. Chances are that more than half of the 10 friends that you have selected will have more friends than you. So what's going on? Well, any time that you take a repeated sample of something, it could be the number of steps that you take from your house to your school every morning, or it could be the size of the fish in the lake over there, or the height of those trees over there. The things that you're sampling have what's known as a true average, but you probably will never get exactly that average in any one of the samples that you take. But over time, if you plot these samples, the graph that you get will look like this. So along here, along the bottom, you've got the number of steps that it takes to walk to school, which is incidentally how this was discovered by a young Carl Friedrich Gauss in the 1700s, which is why I used that as an example. So along here we've got the number of steps, or the length of the fish, or the height of the trees, or whatever it happens to be. And this is a count of the number of times that you get that measure. So this is the mean, the average, and it could be that none of the fish, none of the trees, none of the steps actually achieve exactly that mean, and certainly that will be the case in the number of friends that you have on Facebook. Because the mean that you might get over time, the real mean, might be 21.6, but nobody has 21.6 friends. They've got either 21 or 22 or whatever it happens to be. So it doesn't really matter if there are gaps in this graph. You can fill in those gaps if you've got a nice steady hand, get a nice curve, and you can estimate where the mean is. So over time, when you sample people on Facebook, you will get a graph that looks like this. So most of us have this number of friends down here. A few of us will have loads of friends up here, and a few people will have almost no friends at all. Okay, that's called the central limit theorem. But what does that have to do with you looking at your friends and having less friends than they have? Well, think about these people up here. These people up here, who are they actually friends with? Well, they can't be friends with each other because there's not very many of them. So they have to be friends with some people down here. So these guys are friends mostly with these guys. These guys are friends with some of these and loads of these. These guys are friends with some of these and loads of these, and so on and so forth, all the way down. Now what about these guys down here? Well, they're not really friends with very many people at all. So it's unlikely that you are friends with them. But it is very likely that you will be friends with people up here. And that is why your friends on Facebook have got more friends than you. The fancy term for this is that the network, the social network, is scale free.